Well, hello there and welcome to our Monday edition of Tea and Training. I have my green tea here and I'm ready for some training, and I hope you are too. Today we are talking about one of the biggest challenges of owning a rent roll, especially when you own a rent roll where you offer exceptional service. I know that what I found was the main reason I lost managements was because landlords would sell their property, and there's nothing you can do about that. If you have a sales team, at least you reap the benefits of the cash flow that comes with selling their property. I did not have a sales team, so that meant they were selling their properties through another agency. But it can be a really big challenge. And there are two things that you need to be focusing on when this is happening, because it can feel as though your rent used to dip while you've got landlords going through this, and for some reason they all happen at once. I know that one month I had I think 4 or 5 landlords all list their properties for sale all at once, and it's usually reflective of what's going on in the marketplace at the time. So that makes it challenging. So what we're doing today in this live tea and training session is talking about some of the stuff that you can do about it, because it's crazy frustrating and you didn't do anything wrong, and yet you're losing the properties off your rent roll. And type a little amen in the comment section if you totally get what this feels like. I know that it's kind of soul destroying and you're watching your numbers go down, but you didn't actually do anything wrong. In fact, you probably looked after the property so well that the property is still in a condition that the landlord can actually put it on the market. So it's one of those things, you can't help it, but there are a couple of things that you can be focusing on when this is happening. So especially when you're in a marketplace where this is happening. Now, because we're live tea and training, I'm going to take a quick sip of my green tea. If you're joining me live and you have a hot beverage with you, I want you to comment in the comment section below and let me know what you're drinking. I'm drinking green tea with jasmine today, and it is fabulous. And if you're watching the replay and you're drinking a cup of tea with me, comment below. I want to know what you are drinking. All right, so let's talk about what you can be doing when you've got landlords selling. There's 2 things that you need to focus on. One is the referral opportunities, because just because they're either no longer an investor doesn't mean that they don't know people. So one of the things that I think we're really good in business development is following up people before they sign with us. So if you've got someone on your database and they haven't appointed you as managing agent yet, you're pretty good at following them up, especially if you have a BDM in your team, or if you are the person in charge of growth, you are following these people up until they sign with you. However, on the other side of it is, once they have stopped using your services because they've completed their property investment experience and they've sold their investment property, then you still want to stay in touch with them because they still know people. So you need to have a strategy for following up those people as well. And in lots of ways, it can be really similar to the strategy you have for the people who have not signed up with you yet. So please focus on that. There's a gold mine there, because those people are more inclined to buy another investment property in the future. People who have bought one in the past are more inclined to buy one in the future, but also they know people who own investment properties. And if you are staying in regular contact with them and asking the questions, asking them who they know, how you can help the people they know, providing good quality content to them on a regular basis, you are going to be the person that comes to mind when it's time for them to refer one of their friends or one of their family. So don't allow them to fall off your content and your contact system. So just throw them back into your CRM as though they're prospective clients again, and start that contact and content strategy as well. So that's one of the things that you need to be focusing on. The other thing that you need to be focusing on, sorry, I've got some notes down here. Oh, actually, while I think of it, if you are using a content marketing strategy, or you're following people up inside your CRM. Hi Lane, thanks for joining. If you are following people up inside your CRM, you want to be treating them like they are potential referral partners in lots of ways, because if they've sold their investment property and they're not an active investor, then they are potential referral partners. So I would suggest that you download my referral marketing blueprint, which allows you to follow through the process, that you can just apply a similar strategy to your professional referral partners, to these sorts of referral partners. So head on over to rentrollstarter.com.au/referral. I'll throw it in the comments below, and download that, because that's useful for systemizing your referral marketing strategy. And then, hang on, just give me 2 seconds. I will put it in the comment section right now, actually. Let's do that. The referral marketing strategy. rentrollstarter.com.au referral. That one should work. Now, the other thing that you need to be focusing on when you've got landlords exiting, and landlords who are, exiting the property investment market, is you need to be looking at your income. And that means looking at your fee structure as well as your profitability, but have a look at your fee structure. I want to give you an example, and I've scribbled it down here. So just say we've got 2 rent rolls and they're both at 100 managements. And we're just going to do really simple numbers here. So they're both at 100 managements. Rent roll A charges 8.8% and rent roll B charges 7.7% commission. We're not going to talk about ancillary fees or anything extra. Let's just talk about the management commission, and that's it. And of course, different fees are charged in different areas. But let's just work with 8.8 and 7.7. Based on those two, if we work on an average rent of $400 a week, we are looking at a $23,000 a year difference in those 2 rent rolls. So one agency is just charging that 1.1% more on an average rent of $400 a week over 100 properties. So we're just playing with averages. $23,000 a year difference. That is significant. And all it is costing a landlord is the cost of a cup of coffee each week. So it's a really good investment for the landlord, and it makes a really big difference to the bottom line of the agency. So if you're noticing that you've got landlords who are exiting, then it's probably a really good time for you to be doing fee reviews. And that might mean upping the fees of your current landlords, or it might just mean all your new managements are going to be signed on at the new fee structure. So you can decide which way you want to do this. You can do a fee increase with your current landlords, and that can work really, really well. You'll find that most landlords won't get upset about a fee increase. We understand that fees go up over time, so most landlords will be fine with it. But remember, if you've got that much of a difference in fees, that the 100 properties at $400 a week, the 1.1% difference is $23,000 a year, then you can afford to lose a couple of landlords if you have to do a fee increase. But you could also afford to lose a couple of landlords when they exit the market and they decide to sell their properties. So they're the 2 things that you should be focusing on. Focusing on the referral opportunity, so the landlords who still know people, who may end up getting back into the market, treating them as prospects again, and then also looking at your income again. So they're the 2 things to look at. Now, if you're looking at other ways that you can grow your rent roll, please go and download my free guide on 3 ways to grow a rent roll. You can just get that from rentrollstarter.com/3 ways, number 3 ways. I'll pop that in the description below as well. Go and download that if you're looking for more ideas on how to grow. But when you're looking at opportunities for when your landlords are selling, really focus on those 2 things. Focus on the opportunity to get referrals out of previous landlords and also the opportunity to make more money out of the properties that you already manage. I cannot wait to see you again next Monday for our tea and training. I'm just going to go and finish my cup of green tea. Thank you so much for joining me. If you are watching the replay, please comment below and let me know what your afternoon tea drink is this afternoon. I'm always out to try different versions of tea, so let me know in the comments below. I'm going to put a link to that guide, the 3 ways to grow your rent roll. Download that if you need more ideas. Have a wonderful Monday afternoon, and I'll see you next week. Bye for now.